Of the European Conservatives and Reformists group on this rainy day in Strasbourg. Is the Parliament going to rain on Mrs. von der Leyen's parade tomorrow? Well, let's see. But first, I'd like to have our co-chairs give some words, and I'm going to start with our co-chair from Italy, Nicola PROCACCINI.
Yes, good morning, everybody. As usual, at the end of the English part of the press conference, if you have some questions in Polish or Italian, obviously you can do it. Let me start with what happened yesterday night in Paris. As you know, François Bayrou lost the confidence vote. Let me tell you that our position is, according to our French delegation, the one of Marion Marchal, as you know, Identité Liberté is part of our group. We think that elections should be held as soon as possible in France to allow French people to decide freely their next government. About the State of Union, you know, the main event of this week, I will stress the need to strengthen our competitiveness. This is more or less what I already told to Madame von der Leyen in the COP. We don't think the agreement with the Trump administration about tariffs is perfect, but we think is good. It's good because prevents a world trade, and yes, I think it's much better than a trade war with the risk to divide the West, not only for economic reasons, but also geopolitical. And we as ECR believe in the West. We believe in the union of the West. So this is why we think it was a good agreement. The problem is, in our point of view, that we should remove the self-inflicted tariffs. I refer to the Green Deal, that in our point of view is a sort of giant self-imposed tariff on our cost of productions that damages our competitiveness. And we think we should remove the excess of the Green Deal. We should postpone, we should erase what doesn't work in the Green Deal. I think this term is the place and the moment to do it. It's something that we really need. We will have a vote about the CBAM, the simplification for small and medium-sized companies. I think it's a small thing, but in the right way, and we encourage the Parliament to go in this direction. Last word about migration, the other topic of our group, and something that we will say tomorrow morning. We strongly believe that we need to tackle the illegal migration. We believe in the government of legal migration. And let me inform you, maybe you know, but not all, that there's an ECR colleague as a rapporteur, an Italian colleague as a rapporteur for the list of the safe third countries to the repatriation of illegal migrants. And we want to do it as soon as possible. We want to propose to the Parliament as soon as possible this proposal because we think it's very, very important.
Thank you so much, Nicola, and I'm happy that I can see you after a holiday. I hope it was good for you. It was a good time for you. So, but when it comes to the most important point of this plenary session, so the State of Union, let's face the truth. We are losing economic power every year. In 2008, EU GDP was over 100 of the US GDP. Today, it's around 16%. And leaders of EU are proud of themselves when you are looking to the materials they prepared for this plenary session. Then, the Green Deal is killing our competitiveness. Energy prices, if you try to compare them with the other, with our competitors in the world, looks very bad. Then, we are losing political influence as well. And you can see a good shortcut in the picture of this hypothesis in the United States when von der Leyen arrived there. Then, the EU was created, I need to remind, that EU was created to eliminate war. Unfortunately, its recklessness in the relation with Russia and Nord Stream, etc., has resulted in war beyond the EU borders. Then, we are spending more and more to cope with the migration. So the issues we ourselves invite to our countries. So then, we are losing in almost all important economic areas, from the AI to space technologies. The European Union is not important in these competitions. And we also look bad when it comes to political freedoms. Concepts like, a cordon sanitaire or the persecution of the specific countries simply because they don't govern by their own politician families have been invited here. Transparency. We still cannot see the crucial materials in Pfizergate. The same is when it comes to green NGO scandals. And I would like to give you an example how they spend European money in my country during holidays. The several millions from recovery funds went to politicians' families. For example, on PO members' family spa. They bought 107 yachts. The fund went to solarium in pizzeria, swingers club, or techno parties on balconies. So, I don't think that this is items which work for our competitiveness. So if you ask why the State of Union, why we are in the position when you see that we are losing our competitiveness, we are losing our political weight in the world, this is one of the reasons. That they are telling you in every press conference that we are developing our economy, and then you see how they're spending money. And I don't think that this is only example of my country. So in conclusion, we as a ECR, we are the group who would like to restore common sense in Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Patryk. Let's open the floor up to questions if you have any. Okay. If you just tell us your name and your outlet.
Thank you. Nicola for Euractiv. EPP has said that they want to initiate a scrutiny process on Vucic's party and because they were part of the EPP family. Is Vucic's party welcome in ECR? Will be welcome? Thank you.
It's something that we never discussed within our group, so I can't respond to you.
Max.
Max Guerra for Politico. It seems there's 2 new motions of censure against the Commission coming very soon. So my questions, well, I have 2 questions. One would be for Mr. Jaki, whether Law and Justice would support another motion of censure. And my question for Mr. Procaccini would be, would you criticize again if they would support this motion? Would you oppose it? What is the ECR position on this? Thank you.
Thank you for this question. If we see another motion of censure, we will decide what is our position in the group.
Yeah, the same. It's not on the table. When he will be on the table, we will discuss, and as usual, every delegation will decide freely.
Please.
Carl de Meyer for the French daily Les Echos. It's been 1 year since the new parliament has entered into force. What is your assessment of the work in this legislature? What do you think works well? What do you think doesn't work well? And what is your assessment of the second mandate of President von der Leyen?
But very briefly, the last term was a disaster. So obviously, everything is better than the last term, because we remember very well what the socialists, the leftist parties voted and forced the parliament to vote. The Green Deal, I told you before, but all the measures about migration were a total mistake. So now something is changing thanks to this the so-called Venezuela majority that sometime we can see in the parliament. We think that with more courage, if this will happen again and again, we can change something in a good direction. But for now, honestly, is too early.
Anyone else with any questions for our co-chairs? Yes, please, at the back.
Yeah, Frank Dürr for Arte. Mr. Procaccini, you mentioned the French elections and you asking for new elections. However, that President Macron for now has excluded this scenario. In the meantime, how do you expect working in the EU will be influenced by this instability in France? Thank you very much.
Well, I think instability is a problem not only for France, but for European Union, because France is an important nation. So I don't believe in these artificial experiences, maybe because I have the experience in my country, Italy, where these experiences were a failure. I believe in freedom. I believe in democracy. I believe that 4 governments in less than 2 years are too many. So I think the only reason why Macron doesn't want to promote elections is because he's afraid of a victory of the right-wing parties. But it's democracy. So I think we shouldn't have fear of democracy.
Okay, we started a little bit late, so we can run on, I've been told, a little bit more. Yes, please.
Hi, Ana Buch from La Vanguardia from Spain. My question is on the trade deal to Mr. Procaccini, because the S&D are being very critical on how the Commission are acting with the United States. Do you feel that they are acting correctly? Thank you.
You are talking about the agreement on tariffs?
Yes. How the Social Democrats and the Progressives are.
First of all, Ursula von der Leyen was chosen by the Socialists. let me remind you. And so it's a very strange thing that now they are not happy of our approach. I think, I told you before, I think it's not a perfect deal, but it's better than nothing. Because of the US market is so important for us, for the European countries, and there's no way to replace the US market with some other markets, for example, the Chinese, as I heard sometime from someone. So I think it's not perfect, but it's a good deal. Also, if you compare this agreement with the others in the world, so maybe we can have a competitive advantage if you compare with some others like I don't know, India or someone else. So we are optimistic that now we have stability, and what usually the market needs more than other is stability. So this is.
Okay, one more question, I'm afraid, and then we'll have to stop.
Yeah, Andy Bounds from the Financial Times. A question for both of you then on trade and the Mercosur deal. Given that the EU needs new markets, would your party support the Mercosur deal? Thanks.
So I can say as a Polish delegation, we will be strong against the Mercosur agreement. Agriculture, from our perspective, agriculture sector is one of the crucial sector, and we see this like it reassembles our mistakes from the past with Nord Stream when we decide that we can use the sources from the above the European Union, and it was something which could encourage Putin to attack us. And it's exactly the same from our perspective, of course, when it comes to food. We should have our own agriculture. And I think that it could mean in the future that we lose our competitiveness in the sector. In fact, we lose this sectors because the products from Mercosur area are cheaper. And I don't think that they will feel our requirements when it comes to Green Deal in the European Union, and it will be very difficult to check whether they compete simple just. Because how do you check how they are preparing their product for agriculture market in the European Union? So, our farmers are very afraid of this agreement. So, but when it comes to, you asked, the first question was about the trade agreement with US. If I could remember, I think exactly like Nicola, it's not ideal, but we need to move forward.
Just to explain more, that we will leave the delegations free to decide. You know, it's a large agreement. Something is good, something less. So I think we will decide according to the national position. In my case, as Italians, we will decide according to the national government position. So now it's too early. We are very focused on the safeguard clauses. So for us, this will be the point to decide if vote in favor or not.
Thank you. We'll have to draw things to a close there. We're available all week for your questions. Thanks to our interpreters, our technical team, and the press unit for their help. Have a good session.